God's plan is often talked about in church, Bible studies, and personal faith journeys. It's a concept filled with hope, assurance, and purpose. Many of us wonder how we fit into God's plan, how to understand it, and what it means for our daily lives. Let's dive into what the Bible tells us about God's plan and how it can bring clarity, comfort, and direction to our lives. First, God's plan is good. He promises us peace and not harm, a future full of hope. This assurance is crucial when life feels uncertain or challenging. Knowing that God has good thoughts toward us gives us confidence to face the future. Trusting in God's plan means we acknowledge His guidance and wisdom over our own limited understanding. When we lean on Him, He directs our paths, ensuring we are on the right course. God's plan isn't random. It's intentional and designed with a purpose. Before we were even born, God had plans for us. This highlights our significance and value in His eyes. It reassures us that our lives are not accidents, but part of a greater purpose. Everything we experience, the good and the bad, works together for our good if we love God and follow His calling. This promise is comforting, especially during difficult times. Sometimes, God's plan is beyond our comprehension. His thoughts and ways are higher than ours, reminding us that there is a bigger picture we may not see yet. This can be humbling and requires faith, especially when things don't go as we expected. Trusting God means believing that His plan, though sometimes mysterious, is ultimately for our benefit. God has a plan for every season of our lives. Whether we are in a period of growth, waiting, or transition, there is a purpose for each phase. He directs our steps, and though we might make our plans, it is His counsel that ultimately prevails. This knowledge brings peace as we can rest in His control and wisdom. The Bible also tells us that God's plan is for our prosperity. He desires to bless the work of our hands and make us fruitful in all we do. This isn't just about material wealth, but includes spiritual growth, health, and relationships. When we are aligned with God's plan, we experience His abundant blessings in various areas of our lives. God's plan is for everyone who trusts in Him. It's not exclusive to certain individuals, but is available to all who believe and follow Him. This inclusiveness is encouraging, reminding us that regardless of our background or past, God has a plan for us. He has called us according to His purpose, not because of our works, but because of His grace. Understanding God's plan involves recognizing His timing. Sometimes, His promises take time to manifest, but they are always fulfilled. Patience is essential, as God's plan unfolds according to His perfect timing, not ours. This teaches us to wait with hope and expectation, knowing that what He has planned will come to pass. God's plan also emphasizes righteousness and following His ways. When we walk in the paths He sets for us, we align ourselves with His purpose and experience His guidance. He restores our souls and leads us in ways that honor Him. His purpose stands forever, unaffected by human plans or changes. This eternal perspective reassures us of the stability and reliability of God's plan. God works through all circumstances, even those intended for harm, to bring about good. This demonstrates His sovereignty and ability to turn situations around for our benefit. Knowing this, we can face challenges with hope and trust that God is working behind the scenes for our good. Finally, God's plan is perfectly revealed in Jesus. Through Him, we see God's purpose and love clearly. Jesus' life, death, and resurrection were all part of God's plan to bring us back into a relationship with Him. This ultimate plan shows us the depth of God's love and His desire for us to live in His purpose.